Welcome to WatchMojo, and today we're counting down the standout Super Bowl commercials of 2024.
What are the French like? Anyone?
Cheese. They like cheese.
Brilliant. Done.
Number 20, Old School Delivery, Budweiser.
Come on.
You can never go wrong with a classic. This commercial sees the return of Budweiser's Clydesdale horses, but with a few additions that make it stand out. During a harsh winter scene, the horses are called upon to deliver the beer to a thirsty village. The setup is reminiscent of the 1925 serum run to Nome.
Let's do it the old school way. Let's go.
Except instead of diphtheria antitoxin, it's a different kind of medicine. All that's missing is a brave dog like Balto or Togo. The advertising executives seemingly thought the same thing. As the horses struggle to see their way through the bleak landscapes, a Labrador emerges from the blizzard, guiding them to someplace warmer. Goldie Hawn and Kurt Russell must be so proud. Seriously, that's their dog, Roy Hawn Russell.
Look. Take a load, Fanny. Take a load for free.
Number 19, Tina Goes on Vacation, Booking.com.
Who are you? Oh, we have met, Glenn.
Tina Fey is all about revisiting her roots in 2024. Not only did she reprise her role in the Mean Girls movie musical, she also reunited with some of her 30 Rock co-stars for this Booking.com ad. While it doesn't bring her back to 30 Rockefeller Plaza, Fey is long overdue for a vacation, hiring various body doubles to explore her options.
And the 5-star filter is perfect for 5-star Tina Fey. Call me Tina.
In addition to Jane Krakowski as Splurgy Tina and Jack McBrayer as the partner of Rustic Tina, we get a surprise appearance from Glenn Close as Wild Tina. Unwilling to let her nemesis steal the spotlight, Fey heads to Texas for a close encounter. Sorry, Tina, but that's what happens when you call Glenn drunk at the Golden Globes.
You can book whoever you want to be.
Okay, thank you. It's my line. I don't need a body double for this one.
Number 18, Mr. T in Skechers, Skechers.
What you talking about, Romo?
Here's another example of the Mandela effect. There's no T in the footwear brand Skechers. Yeah, we've been saying Skechers this entire time too. We'll never forget this vital knowledge now thanks to everyone's favorite actor / spokesperson / wrestler / A-Team member Lawrence Turode.
T is always in Skechers. T and these Skechers slip-ins.
You probably know him as Mr. T. Or maybe you don't if you were born after 1989. In any case, Mr. T is no stranger to offbeat advertising. He comes crashing through a wall to knock some sense into quarterback Tony Romo, who claims that we've been spelling Skechers incorrectly. Mr. T misunderstands, arguing that he slips into a pair of Skechers just fine. Silly yet informative, we pity the fool who doesn't appreciate an endorsement from Mr. T, who hasn't lost his salesmanship.
I pity the fool who isn't in Skechers slip-ins. See, Romo? T is always in Skechers.
Number 17, yes, Reeses.
We're making a big change to Reese's Peanut Butter Cups.
What can we say? We're suckers for slapstick, especially when the actors involved throw themselves into it, quite literally. It was radical yet revolutionary when two people accidentally bumped into each other with chocolate and peanut butter. At least we assume that's how Reese's was invented. This ad adds a third ingredient, caramel.
But we're only making a few of them. A few million.
The news sends a group watching at home on an emotional roller coaster full of highs and lows. You'll need a pause button to fully appreciate every over-the-top reaction as these people shift back and forth between the most extreme of extremes. As absurd as the commercial is, it's also full of clever touches like one woman being covered in bandages by the time the group gives their seal of approval.
New Reese's Caramel Big Cup.
Yes!
Number 16, don't forget, Uber Eats.
Thank you.
I didn't know you could get all this stuff on Uber Eats. I gotta remember that.
Well, you know what they say, in order to remember something, you gotta forget something else.
This ad will be remembered for a few reasons. The premise is humorous, with people remembering that Uber Eats doesn't just deliver food, but they forget something else in due course. Victoria Beckham can't recall the girl group she brought a posh attitude to. Husband David doesn't give the former Spice Girl much help.
Paprika Girls?
Nah, that's absurd.
Jennifer Aniston doesn't recognize the actor she starred opposite for 10 seasons. Maybe if David Schwimmer told her they were on a break, it'd jog her memory.
Have we met?
A man also forgets about his peanut allergy, which ignited some backlash from food allergy research and education. While it admittedly got a laugh out of us, Uber Eats removed the joke for the Super Bowl airing. Thanks to the internet, though, we'll never forget.
I forget 10 years of my life.
Number 15, Dina and Mita, Doritos.
Oh, I forgot something, 1 second.
Cast Jenna Ortega and your project will immediately start trending. The Wednesday Star provides the hook for this Doritos Dinamita ad, but it's Patricia Macheri and Olivia Negron who steal the spotlight as her grandmas. As Ortega leaves her abuelas unattended, they see a bag of Doritos with their names on it. No, really, their names are Dina and Mita. Before they can claim the last bag, Fanboy from Top Gun Maverick beats them to it.
Dina, Mita, vamos.
What ensues possesses the explosive energy of a Robert Rodriguez action picture. They pursue the chip snatcher on scooters, on foot, and via zipline, delivering a dynamite finish. Victory is within reach when Ortega swoops in for a bite, reigniting the flame within the abuelas.
Go ahead, try us.
Number 14, Aubrey Plaza having a blast, Mountain Dew.
It's me, America's sweetheart, and I just love having a blast.
As if a 30 Rock reunion wasn't enough, the Super Bowl also brought two Parks and Recreation cast members back together. We open with April Ludgate herself, Aubrey Plaza, whose signature deadpan delivery perfectly offsets the blast she's having courtesy of Mountain Dew. Whether stuck at a kid's birthday party, in an elevator, or down below in Pennywise's stomping ground, the soft drink makes Plaza feel like she's flying a dragon alongside Nick Offerman.
I can have a blast anytime, anywhere.
And with anyone?
It's great to see April and Ron Swanson together again. But you didn't invite Ben Wyatt to a Game of Thrones crossover? We guess Ben must be sitting on the Iron Throne. Wherever he is, we're more than satisfied seeing April and Ron engage in a dance with dragons.
I too am having a blast.
Number 13, Javier in Frame, Google Pixel.
One face cropped. Move your phone down.
Is this a Super Bowl commercial or a Sundance short film? Javier in Frame is a powerful example of visual storytelling, even if the images aren't always easy to make out. The story is told from the perspective of a man with low vision. Although the world appears blurry through Javier's eyes, the Google Pixel 8 allows him to immortalize crystal clear memories.
First day in the new place.
Two faces.
We follow Javier as he falls in love with a young woman. Javier captures one happy moment after another, although things seemingly take a grim turn when we cut to a hospital. In a heartwarming twist, the couple is there for the most joyous reason possible, adding a third face to the frame. Director Adam Morse brings an authentic touch, being blind himself.
Hold for photo.
Capture life, no matter how you experience it.
Number 12, Home Interest Feeling, T-Mobile.
Sorry, party's canceled. Waiting on the cable internet guy. Tell him, Zach.
T-Mobile brought back some old favorites for this year's Super Bowl. Bradley Cooper and his mom re-teamed for a commercial that assembled an assortment of other big names.
I like to juggle.
That's good, Brad.
However, it's difficult to top JD and Turk, especially when they bring a third along for the ride. Instead of harmonizing with John Travolta, Zach Braff and Donald Faison knock on Jason Momoa's door this time. While we all knew that Travolta could sing, Momoa surprised us with his Flashdance homage.
What a feeling! I have Wi-Fi now! Can't stop streaming! Have some wasted child!
As Braff and Faison open his eyes to T-Mobile home internet, Momoa is overcome with passionate feelings that can't be contained. He has to let them out with a few moves out of Jennifer Beals' playbook.
My life,
Speaking of whom,
Do it again with your shirt off. You guys are fine.
number 11, Kick of Destiny 2, FanDuel.
Rob Gronkowski kicking for $10 million.
On February 1st, 2024, we lost actor Carl Weathers. Before his passing, Weathers finished shooting a follow-up to last year's Kick of Destiny commercial starring Rob Gronkowski.
You gave us your all, Gronk.
Seeking redemption, Gronkowski turns to someone who knows a thing or two about coaching underdogs. Even with support from Apollo Creed himself, Gronkowski again misses his mark. Weathers still takes pride in knowing that Gronkowski gave it his best shot, which is all that matters. With the Super Bowl airing only a few days after Weathers' death, FanDuel added a touching tribute to the late actor. Considering that Weathers was a football player before becoming a movie and TV star, this commercial provides a bittersweet bookend to his triumphant career. Thank you, Carl. Number 10. Twist on it. Oreo.
Let's twist on it.
Cream on the left, we get out of here. Cream on the right, we stay with those guys.
It would appear that Oreo is trying to replace the coin flip. We've never heard of twisting on it, but apparently, this has been a common decision-making method since the age of the dinosaurs. And here we were thinking that Oreos weren't invented until 1912. Creative liberties aside, this commercial puts a fun twist on several turning points in history, from the Trojan horse to the rise of boy bands to the day Kris Jenner got that fateful phone call.
Every little detail about our family will be on TV. Who would watch that?
Whether these moves benefited humankind or set society back a few decades, the important thing is that every choice culminated with a delicious cookie. Now, are we sure this commercial is worthy of our list? Let's twist on it. Yup.
Wait a minute. We could have been twisting on everything this whole time?
Yes. Since forever.
Number 9. Hello down there. Squarespace.
Look at this. That's 110, 150.
Martin Scorsese has never made a sci-fi film, although he was interested in adapting Blade Runner before Ridley Scott beat him to it. For now, Scorsese finally touched upon the genre in this Squarespace commercial. With so much UFO footage surfacing as of late, people have never been more glued to their devices. Ironically, they stop watching the skies as a result, causing humanity to nearly overlook first contact. Flying saucers are not enough to pry eyes from phones and tablets. It isn't until the aliens from above make a website that they manage to get everyone's attention. This includes the commercial's director. Between the ending of Killers of the Flower Moon and now this, Scorsese elevates everything with his presence.
I told you to take Broadway, this always happens.
Number 8. Talkin' Like Walkin', BMW.
It's the real deal. 100% electric.
It's the real deal.
Yeah.
Christopher Walken is one of those stars that virtually anyone can imitate. That's because his voice and delivery are just so unique. That said, you can always tell when you're listening to an impression and when you're in the presence of the real deal. Nowhere is that more apparent than in this commercial, in which Walken can't go anywhere without hearing impressions of himself.
Yeah. Yeah.
Did someone say yeah?
Walken even runs into Ashley Park and Usher, reminding the latter to get ready for halftime. The Oscar-winning actor takes the impersonations in good humor because, at the end of the day, he's one of a kind, just like the all-electric BMW i5. It's a clever celebrity endorsement that reminds us nobody plays Christopher Walken better than Christopher Walken.
The rest are just imitations.
Come on.
Number 7. Perfect 10. Kia. Here's a commercial sure to bring a tear to your eye, although it may subsequently turn to ice. As a young figure skater leaves a stadium cheering, one special person is sadly unable to make the trip. With her father, the Ice Princess goes the extra mile to give an encore.
I wish I was here.
The Kia EV9 makes a perilous journey through the snowy wilderness to the skater's aging grandfather's cabin. It's hard not to get chills as she takes to the ice again with her granddad watching from inside. We never saw what the judges gave her at the public performance, but that's irrelevant. The only score that matters is the perfect 10 her grandpa writes on the frosty window. It's an 11 on the emotional scale.
Kia, movement that inspires.
Number 6. Feel plenty good. Silk.
Whoa.
It's hard to believe that Jeremy Renner's near-fatal encounter with a snowplow happened just over a year ago. What's even more astounding is how far the Hawkeye actor has come since then, as displayed in this commercial for Silk Protein Almond Milk. Renner doesn't just look great, he feels great, slicing strawberries with the precision of Ronin and chucking pancakes as if they were ninja stars.
I knew that I would.
At first, Renner thought he'd require a stuntman, but he wound up performing every move himself. The commercial also features Renner's real-life daughter Ava, who is happy to see her dad back in his usual routine. While the commercial itself is fun, knowing Renner's background adds another level of depth that's sure to leave you feeling uplifted.
So good.
I feel good.
Number 5. Can't Be Broken. Verizon.
Who real like me don't make good about my seat.
Broke the internet again.
From the early viral success of Single Ladies to the announcement of her pregnancy to her own Super Bowl halftime show, few celebs have broken the internet more times than Beyoncé. With Verizon upping their game, though, Queen Bee needs to take things to the next level. Tony Hale goes from serving Selena Meyer to someone even more powerful.
Broken?
No.
Despite ushering in the next stage in AI, delivering the Barbie sequel we didn't know we wanted, throwing a wild card into the 2024 presidential race, and launching her sound to the final frontier, it seems that nothing can break Verizon's 5G feature. That is, unless she has some new music that's about to drop. Was this secretly a Renaissance Act 2 ad all along?
You ain't gonna break me.
Still works.
Okay, they ready. Drop the new music. Number 4, the Dunk Kings. Duncan.
Last year she came to my work. Now I gotta show her what I can do.
He's here.
If you're gonna make a sequel, you've gotta go bigger. Ben Affleck takes this mentality to heart in a follow-up to last year's Dunkin' commercial, where Jennifer Lopez crashed her man's place of business. Despite protests from Jack Harlow, Affleck attempts to one-up his wife by busting into her recording studio with a few other famous friends. As J-Lo begins to rethink her relationship with Ben, so does Matt Damon.
Sometimes it's really hard to be your friend.
You said you were gonna support me.
Lopez gives the Dunk Kings an ice-cold response, although she singles out Tom Brady as the MVP. The performance might not end with the mic drop that Affleck envisioned, but at least he gets to go home with the other love of his life. Have we made that joke before?
I told you I'd do anything for you. This is anything.
Chill. They're naming a drink after us.
Number 3, Sir Patrick Stewart throws a Hail Arnold. Paramount Plus.
If it were a football, I'd be able to reach the top.
What about a football-shaped head?
Sometimes you don't know how much you want certain characters to collide until they appear together in a Paramount Plus commercial. As Tua Tagovailoa, Knuckles, Drew Barrymore, and several others seek new heights, Patrick Stewart points to a certain football head as the key. We're not sure what's more surreal, that it's taken this long for somebody to throw Arnold, seeing Picard as an old-timey quarterback, or that this display is set to Creed's vocals.
And Creed's here.
Watch and learn.
Dang, he's cool.
It builds to a hilarious anticlimax with Mr. Shortman falling short of the summit. But that doesn't mean they can't try again with Peppa Pig. In an era where crossovers are a dime a dozen, ad agency Droga 5 delivered a truly inspired mashup that captures every character's voice to a T.
I just threw him higher to a place where we won't freeze.
Number 2, CeraVe. CeraVe.
I'm Michael Cera, and I'm pleased to announce that this is my cream. CeraVe.
Michael Cera is probably the last person you would expect to pop up in a moisturizing cream commercial. When the product is called CeraVe, though, the casting director's work is essentially done. Cera was already making the rounds on social media, posing with the skin product and signing bottles. The confounding campaign culminated with this commercial, which still raises more questions than it answers. It has many of the hallmarks we associate with beauty ads, i.e. a soothing ambiance, pretentious dialogue, and curtains blowing in the wind. Yet it throws several curveballs, including a mountain, a narwhal, and of course, Sarah's presence. If you're wondering why the ad is so bizarrely hysterical, it all clicks when you realize that Tim Heidecker and Eric Wareheim directed it.
So, that's my thing.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1, like a good neighbor, State Farm.
Thank you, Agent State Farm.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Cut!
Arnold Schwarzenegger, bodybuilder, movie star, governor of California, celebrity apprentice host. Now he can add State Farm agent to his resume. Above all else, this action-packed commercial sees Arnold stepping up as a good neighbor, or neighbor.
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 Let's go again.
Arnold struggles to get the line down in his signature Austrian accent. This is only made funnier thanks to the commercial's cinematic quality, with Arnold thrust into scenarios involving explosions and choppas. To the director's frustration, what should be the simplest part of the take turns out to be the most challenging. Nothing that a few tweaks to the script can't fix, with extra support from Arnie's twin. Arnold and Danny should play Radioactive Man and Fall Out Boy next, although that may bring some other script issues.
You are a backstabber.
I am a backstabber.
What's your favorite 2024 Super Bowl commercial? Let us know in the comments.
Don't go away, my heart. Why you dunking me, girl? Why you dunking? My heart.
Did you enjoy this video? Check out these other clips from WatchMojo, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.